Hey, welcome to Frames Per Second. Today we're going to be shooting some Jazzy Blues, and I am your host, Jasmine, and sometimes I am blue.
It's a 25 ISO film. Apparently it's better to overexpose it a bit, so people have been shooting it at 12. My camera today only goes to 20, so I'll shoot it at 20. And so we're just going to see how colourful things in this botanical gardens looks with this film. But yeah, it also depends how sunny it is, because there are a lot of clouds today, so yeah, let's hope we can actually shoot this. Okay, so while I shot with Jasmine, unfortunately we weren't able to get together to record our thoughts on this film. And we didn't really shoot the whole roll together either, so I thought I'd just do this with just me talking. And here we have the Jazzy Blues, which, yeah, they did turn out quite blue. The negatives are yellow looking, which I'm not sure if that means they took out the red dye of it or something. You can probably find the answers online, I'm sure. But I didn't have much time to, unfortunately. But yeah, it is blue, and it's interesting for sure. It's definitely, if you're looking for something that kind of reminds you of Lomo Purple, it does kind of have that kind of vibe, but obviously swinging to the blue side of things. And you could definitely get specific looking things with this. Now, this image turned out the most interesting, I think, and the green's really blue, the red's still there. So obviously the red dye must still be there in some way, even though this red turned out quite purpley and blue and reminds me a lot of Lomo Purple. But yeah, it's an interesting film. I was only able to get it from eBay, and I do have a few more rolls of it left, so I think I might do a little bit of a giveaway. If you're interested in having a go at this film and you're based in Australia, comment below what about it interests you, and then hashtag that feeling jazzy blue. I will send out 2 rolls. I think maybe I'll send out 1 roll to 2 different subscribers, so you have to be subscribed if you want to get one of these rolls of film. And you also have to follow me on both of my Instagrams, so that's Joshua Choa 77 and Photography 77, and I'll be checking that to see which one of you guys in the comments subbed and following me on both my Instagrams, and I'll send through a roll of this to 2 of you. I might consider posting one of the rolls internationally depending on the cost, but it is just 1 roll of film, so I don't really feel like it's worth posting internationally like I did with my previous competition, which was with the Mamiya C3, which felt like it was more worth posting internationally. But this is just 1 roll of film that I'm sending out to 2 different people, so I might keep this mostly just Australian based, but feel free to comment below as well, and depending on where you live and the postage and how long it will take to get to you, because I know there's a few countries that aren't posting or receiving mail from Australia, that might affect whether I post any of these rolls internationally as well. And so I definitely think it is, if you're interested in that kind of lomography or experimental kind of vibe, it's definitely a film that kind of has that effect. But yeah, the jacarandas were still kind of purple, which was kind of cool. But yeah, depending on how it was over and underexposed, definitely affected it as well. But here, I think it looks the most normal with the white and the green, but it still kind of looks otherworldly, which is super interesting. And so yeah, if you're interested in the weird side of film, I think it's definitely worth checking out. But it's definitely not a film for everyday use or for street. I'd say it's more just for experimenting and maybe some weird portraits. But yeah, it could just be one of those gimmicky kind of films depending on how you view film photography. But it is kind of fun, and here I shot it with a flash at an event, and that kind of turned out interesting. It definitely was more purple because of the flash I was using, which was a Metz flash, which shoots this kind of white light, and so it definitely turned out more purpley, but not in the way that Lomo Purple is purple. So it was definitely a unique looking film, but I'm glad I tried it out, and I still have a few more rolls that I can kind of play with in the future if I do feel like doing something weird with it. I noticed here that with the darker skin, it actually looks really cool for portraits, at least for me anyway, so that might be something I might do in the future, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's weird, it's wacky, it is kind of like a one note gimmick, but if you do like that gimmick, it is interesting in a way. And with the flash here, it kind of made like almost like a monochrome of blue and white, which I also found kind of interesting as well. So Jazzy Blues, it's interesting. It's definitely not as versatile as a lot of Lomography's weird films were, or still are, but it's definitely unique in its own kind of way. And so yeah, if you want to play around with it, I recommend giving it a look. But yeah, like I said, you have a chance of getting one roll sent to you. Just comment below, hashtag feeling Jazzy Blue, and just tell me what about the film interests you, while also being subscribed, and follow me on Instagram as well. So I'll put the details in the comments below. But yeah, so that's kind of it. It's only got one characteristic really to talk about, so this isn't exactly a long episode with a lot of information. But yeah, if you do like weird experimental stuff, you can have fun with this, and I'm starting to get some ideas of what I could do with it in the future. But it's definitely not an everyday kind of use kind of film, but it's still nice and interesting. So let me know your thoughts on the images and the film in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, turn post notifications to when there's a new episode. Anyway, don't forget about the competition to get a roll yourself. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Get out there and shoot some film.